Before we get into the chaos of the week, here's one thing we've learned. Ministry doesn't pause when life gets busy, and neither does marriage or parenting. Some days start with dirty cars, others with flat tires, late nights, and unexpected problems. But somewhere in the middle of all that, God is still working. It all started with taking the kids to our church's youth ministry car wash fundraiser. They weren't just washing cars, they were learning what it looks like to serve others with joy. Of course, they also found every excuse to get soaked, laugh with their friends, and turn hard work into a whole lot of fun. Later that day, we dropped them off at summer camp, something they look forward to every single year. Watching them run off with excitement is always bittersweet. As parents, you spend years preparing your kids to become independent, but when those little moments finally come, you realize just how fast they're growing. It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to love your children is to let them experience life, build friendships, and grow in their own faith. For Father's Day, the kids had one more surprise. They made temporary tattoos with my face on them. I don't know if that's the highest form of love or the funniest prank they've ever pulled, but either way, I'll take it. Once the house got quiet, the workday wasn't over. While the kids were away making memories, Hannah and I were back home preparing for one of our busiest weeks. After recently letting go of someone on our events team, Hannah stepped in to carry the workload herself. Wedding proposals, floral recipes, event logistics. She was still working well past midnight.
Okay, so it is 11:10 p.m. and we are still burning the midnight oil.
So Hannah is now doing our events intake because we had to fire the previous events intake person for poor performance, and now Hannah's doing it. And this is like her third or fourth night working super late. Here, let's take a look to see what she's working on. Okay, so it looks like Hannah is working on a recipe. So we have a wedding coming up. I believe this is a wedding for July 4th. So
Behind.
Hannah's behind on putting together this recipe. So it's almost midnight, and Hannah's playing catch up. By the way, it is Father's Day, and I don't know if you can see that.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you, babe. I love you.
Love you too.
But that is a tattoo of my face with my I Love Jesus hat. Or Jesus Love hat. Look at that. So she got tattoos for, of course these are temporary tattoos, for her and the kids. And let's see if I zoom in more. Look at that. Look at that. It's been on all day, so it's starting to look a little grimy. Honestly, my face looks like an old man. Look how wrinkled that looks. But that's actually, oh wait, oops, that's your skin. Sorry, my bad.
Excuse you. That is...
Okay, so I want to go to bed, but Hannah is still clickety-clacketing away, working on that recipe and proposal for that wedding on July 4th. So this is kind of like what happens, because I really have a hard time not going to sleep until Hannah's in bed with me. It is, that clock's actually about 5 minutes slow. On my watch, it's actually 11:20. So, just waiting for Hannah until this proposal so that I can go to bed with her. Because, she's my soul doppelganger. And look at all the empty space right there. Look, I can't sleep like that. I can't sleep with a half-empty bed. I just can't. So I just wait until she is done so she can join me in the bed. And then I can go to sleep. Hopefully it'll be soon. People often ask what's like running a ministry, a business, and raising a family at the same time. The truth? It isn't glamorous. It's late nights, constant problem solving, and choosing to keep showing up even when you're exhausted. But we've learned that serving together isn't always about standing on a stage. Sometimes it's simply sitting beside your spouse while they finish one more task, because they shouldn't have to carry the weight alone. The next morning, I spent some time reading through Colossians. Okay, so just had devotion, and, I'm doing this reading through Colossians. So I'm on Colossians chapter 2, and the thing that I'm really zeroing in on is verse 20, where it says, "Since you died with Christ to the elemental spiritual forces of this world, why, as though you still belong to this world, do you submit to its rules? Do not handle, do not taste, do not touch. These rules, which have to do with things that are still destined to perish with use, are based on merely human commands and teachings. Such regulations, indeed, have an appearance of wisdom with their self-imposed worship, their false humility, and their harsh treatment of the body, but they lack any value in restraining sensual indulgence. The focus is going to be, just remembering that there is no life in my flesh. There's no life in, sort of worldly pursuits, and just kind of focusing on remembering that my flesh has been crucified on the cross with Christ, and that it allows the Spirit to be empowered when I can basically stay submitted under His authority. So that's the focus today. Looking forward to seeing what the Lord brings today. It's amazing how easy it is to let busyness become your identity. But God's invitation is always the same, to stay rooted in Him first, even when life feels overwhelming. A couple moments later wasted no time testing us. We walked outside and immediately found a flat tire on the farm truck. Okay, so the day just started and we got our first surprise. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
So we are on our way to go do abs and stretch at the Salvation Army. And look, the pickup truck has a flat tire. So now this is on my to-do list because our farm team obviously uses the pickup truck to do all the farm activities. And yeah, that's flat. I mean, look at that. That's really flat. So we're gonna have to figure it out, take it to the tire shop.
Luckily there's one around the corner. Actually, the same building as the flower shop. So just crawl over there, limp over there.
Yep, so we'll crawl over there. I'll take care of that later today. Another thing on the to-do list. Awesome. Okay, so we just got our butts kicked doing abs and stretch here at the Salvation Army. But yeah, it was a blast. Hannah made some new friends. All the old ladies love Hannah. She's a hit. But my stomach's hurting. All right, on to the next thing. Then after finishing our workout at the Salvation Army, the ABS warning light came on in our car too. Some days really do feel like one thing after another, but we've learned something over the years. Not every inconvenience is a crisis. Sometimes it's just life asking you to slow down, adjust your plans, and keep moving forward with a good attitude. Meanwhile, Hannah had only gotten a couple hours of sleep after working until almost 2:30 in the morning. Okay, so I just sat down at my desk, and this is an email that I'm waking up to from Hannah, my wife, my lovely wife. I'm turning off my alarm. Wake me up if Michelle needs something. Okay, look at the time that this was sent. 2:35 a.m. Dude, she was up doing recipes and proposals to 2:35 in the morning. 2:35. So basically, it's going to be a very, very interesting day because she's going to be short on sleep. This is like the third or fourth day that she's worked till like 2 or 3 in the morning trying to clean up this mess. A lot of people only see the flowers. They don't see the spreadsheets, the proposals, the emails sent after midnight, or the countless hours behind every wedding and every event. Beautiful things usually have unseen work behind them. Then came one of the biggest milestones we've prayed for. Our Westside Southside Blooms location was finally celebrating its grand opening after 3.5 years in the making. Okay, so we are currently headed to the Fillmore Center, which is the location of our west side of Chicago flower shop. And today's a very exciting day because we are having our grand opening. It's been 3 years in the making. So we were first recruited here by the Staines Foundation back in 2023. It took us 3 years to get to this point. So yeah, pretty excited. Today is going to be a very, very special day. Hopefully the alderman shows up, but we're going to have Whole Foods there. We're going to have community partners there, of course, youth. So should be a fantastic time. So what are you doing on our way to the grand opening?
Oh, we have an event that I need farm flowers for, so I'm putting in an order to our farmer to harvest tomorrow for this event. It's happening on Sunday, so making use of the time. Commute time.
So we're never stop working, huh?
Nope. Can't stop, won't stop.
Of course, because this is real life, the first speaker canceled at the last minute because of a medical emergency. You learn pretty quickly in ministry that your plans aren't always God's plans. Flexibility isn't just a skill, it's part of trusting Him. Okay, so we just pulled up to the Fillmore Center, about walk in. Got a little surprise. The person who's supposed to be speaking first at our grand opening canceled last minute. He has like a medical emergency. So we pray for him and pray that he's doing well. So we're just gonna have to make some last minute adjustments here. So I pray for his health and that God will just supernaturally heal him, and hopefully we're not gonna miss a beat. The show goes on here, so gotta go with the punches a lot of times. Even with the last minute changes, the day turned out to be incredibly special. Seeing our youth welcoming guests, hearing team members share their stories, watching community partners gather together, it reminded us why we started this journey in the first place. Flowers have always been part of what we do, but people have always been the reason we do it. Watching young people grow in confidence, develop new skills, and discover purpose will always mean more than any bouquet we could ever create.
The experience so far is amazing. I've always had a fear of having a job. No shame for people who have the second job where you do the same thing constantly. This job is different. You have to experience stuff differently. I went to Africa with Erica, Hannah, Keenan, and their kids, and say that was really, really big for me. I was scared at first, but I've never traveled beforehand. The country, basically, it's a lot that we do, and I like bringing smiles to people's faces. I like to seek joy. It's very welcoming, very warm for everyone, basically, and I'm just really happy that I get to.
For Hannah, this moment was especially meaningful. More than a decade after first serving on Chicago's West Side, God brought us back to the same community in a completely different season. Sometimes the places where God plants your first dreams become the places where you eventually see his promises bloom. After the excitement settled down, it was time to pick the kids up from camp. Okay, so we are at Wall Camp to pick up our kids. We just drove up here, and so, yep, this is Wall Camp. This is their main conference center. They have cabins here. They have a little lake down there, and right now doing a closing song, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of that. Seeing them run towards us with stories, smiles, and new friendships is one of those parenting moments you never get tired of. It's amazing how just 1 week away can help kids grow in confidence while also making home feel even sweeter. From there, we visited family before another unexpected adventure took us to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where I had the chance to attend a coaching clinic at Lambeau Field. Okay, so guys, I'm here for a coach's clinic in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm at historic and the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. You may ask, what am I doing at a coach's clinic in Green Bay? Well, it just turns out one of my friends is a high school coach, and he invited me to tag along for his coaching clinic sessions here. So here we are, Green Bay, Wisconsin, about to walk in. Let's see what this is all about. By the way, I love football. I grew up a staunch Packers fan, so this is a dream come true. I'm a kid in a candy store right now. Okay guys, I just got checked in, and look at this. I got my little coach's clinic here. I got a little pen, a little notepad. You know what the best part is? They call me Coach. Yeah, boy, we in this. Coach Keelan, activated. Life has a funny way of mixing responsibilities with unexpected blessings. One moment you're changing tires and answering emails. The next you're standing somewhere you've dreamed about you since childhood. And maybe that's the biggest lesson from this week. Marriage isn't perfect, ministry isn't predictable, parenting is definitely messy. But when Christ stays at the center of it all, even the ordinary moments become meaningful. The late nights, the flat tires, the camp drop-offs, the grand openings, the family dinners, they all become part of a much bigger story that God is writing. Thanks for spending another week with our family. If you're walking through your own season of marriage, ministry, or just everyday mayhem, we hope this encourages you to keep showing up, keep trusting God, and keep finding joy in the little moments. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content and you want more of it.